One thing that scares me a lot and tends to ruin a lot of the days I have is my financial insecurity. I somehow think that I'm never going to have enough money to at least put in my savings. Um, I know how much I need to make in a month to be able to pay my rent, pay my car insurance, whatever, right? Now, I make money off tips. So whenever I have a bad night, like last night, I tend to freak out, and this freak out leads to me pacing back and forth, kind of just checking Indeed over and over again, and trying to come up with ways or try and find new career paths to follow. And I always have to remind myself of just how realistically I can and do make my financial goals every month, but also that the path that I'm currently on is going to be prosperous and is worth it. Um, Something about the fact that not only right now am I basing my income on luck, which is it's tips, it's at the end of the day, it's just luck based, right? But I'm also basing my future career off of kind of the same concept where if people don't watch the stuff I make, I don't make money, right? Now, I I have to keep reminding myself in the moment that let's say I've calculated it to where I need to make at least $80 in tips per shift to like not break even, to like still have money left over to put in savings, right? To have a baseline where I can pay all my stuff and still put maybe three, four, 500 in my savings. I need to make around $80 a night. Some like last night I made $50 because we were really slow. We had two drivers on, and I only made like $50. In the entire shift I was freaking out, constantly like literally just refreshing Indeed over and over again, seeing if I could. I That's what I do. I panic. I panic job search, right? And I'd have to just sit myself down and pull out my calculator and do all my stuff and be like, see, I'm fine. I have this much money right now. So I'm able to have a little wiggle room where I have a slow day. Because when I have slow days, they're always offset by the opposite, really prosperous days, right? I guess like I don't know where this came from. I guess I don't like the idea of being poor. I'm not poor right now. I live in a house. I live in a nice house. Nice as in it's got multiple rooms in it. But I live in a pretty good place. I'm in a pretty good area, you know. Like I'm not in the worst of worst situations possible, but I also don't want to be in this spot my whole life. I want to advance financially, and I feel like every time I see any sort of setback, the severity of the setback can literally be whatever. Any sort of severe like setback like that, I just freak out entirely because I'm really scared of being poor my whole life, you know. I don't want to worry about bills. But I also I don't want to like work until I die either. So I want to be able to make a living and make as much like excess income over my needs to be able to put in like a savings, a Roth IRA, investment accounts, whatever, right? I just I hate the idea of being poor and I get really scared. I also I know I'm just gonna keep bringing up last night because I was freaking out. I was literally just like keep refreshing Indeed trying to look for opportunities and like either part-time or like just contract work. I'm trying to look at like video editing stuff, literally anything in the world because I just can't do it. What I'm trying to get at today is that being financially insecure is kind of taxing, you know. A lot of my stress comes from the fact that I feel like I'm not making enough money. I also feel I also feel like the level of money I'm making, I can't really afford like a dating life because I don't have money to spend on dates or spend on gifts or trips to wherever. I can't buy fancy dinner every once in a like every you know what I mean? I can't. I don't have the money to. I don't have the excess income for that. I just feel pretty stagnant in the position I am right now, and I'm hoping soon enough if I can get my YouTube to take off. Um, I think I'm at a third of the way to getting monetized on my main channel. I'm hoping if I can get that done by the end of the year, hopefully by the end, um, whenever my friend gets an apartment in Alabama, whenever we move over there, hoping I can get monetized before that. But I'm hoping I'm able to have a little bit more of an income source, a little bit more revenue in my pocket to be able to live more of a life, I suppose. Again, what I'm trying to say is that being financially insecure sucks and it can be very taxing on you. But I guess when you are kind of backed into a corner like that, it really does force you to get creative and force you to, I guess, just really work at trying to get out of that position because it's not fun to constantly look at your bank account and wonder if you can get groceries or if you can get this or that or whatever. Thank you.